got some more stuff from Gamescom 2022. It's been happening this week. I don't think it's currently still going right now as far as like a live stream, but I know I had some other trailers that came out yesterday. I had to do them, and I couldn't do them yesterday, so I'm pretty much doing them today as I record. Now, we have more gameplay as far as this game in particular that's coming out next year on January 24th. This is Forspoken, man. This is official gameplay overview trailer from Gamescom 2022. It's about 10 minutes, so let's not even waste much of your time. And yeah, let's get to it.
Frey Holland, daydreamer, cat lover, New Yorker. On a fateful evening, her life changed drastically when she was mysteriously transported to the beautiful, treacherous land of Athia.
Whoa.
Frey arrives with a magical, sentient bracelet inexplicably wrapped around her arm.
Oh, hello, yes.
Then discovers she can cast powerful spells and use magic to swiftly traverse the sprawling landscapes. The last remnants of Athia's populace soon look to Frey as their only hope for confronting the Tantas, once benevolent matriarchs who now rule as maddened and evil sorceresses. Reluctant to help, but desperate to find a way back home, Frey sets off on a journey through this strange and dangerous land. The only safe haven in Athia is Sepal, where refugees have gathered to escape the mysterious corrupting force of the Break. Some of Athia's inhabitants will have quests to give or information to share. Others are willing to trade for valuable goods. And Frey may even find a small friend to act as a guide.
Nice.
At this point in Frey's journey, she has returned to Sepal from the wilds after finding a rare piece of Advaha ore. In the right hands, this ore may prove to be most useful.
Advaha ore, right?
You've seen this stuff before?
I've made armor out of it. For Tanta Sila, no less.
Whoa, you made that armor? Does that mean you can do something cool with this stuff?
I could, but I'd need the right tools.
And where can I find those?
In Prenost.
Huh? What, aren't there any in town?
I'll draw you a map and give you the key. You'll have to do the rest yourself. If you can bring them back, and that's a big if, I'll make you something with that ore of yours.
Outside the safety of Sepal, the only life Frey will encounter are corrupted enemies looking to rip her limb from limb. Frey's combat spells make quick work of low-level enemies. And her magic-enhanced parkour abilities turn this
But some of those enemies that I've seen in previous gameplays, you have to do a ton of work as far as being in combat.
Treasure chests dot the landscapes and contain items used for crafting or trading with vendors back in Sepal.
If you've seen most of the footage before, the enemies that Freya were going up against, she was taking pretty much of a while to even stagger them a bit as far as damage completion.
To unlock new spells.
So I love the visual effects, the effects that when she does the spells. It's very cool.
With the help of her golden companion cuff, Frey can scan belfries to reveal nearby points of interest before continuing her journey.
This is the place on Johidi's map, isn't it? Are you planning on retrieving her smithing gear?
Might as well while we're here. Besides, I want to know more about Sila and Johidi more.
Now it looks like she has 3 different categories of spells. You see it in red, blue, and green. And then amongst those categories, you have other different abilities, to use
Well,
with those
as
spells.
ever, it seems we have a few things to attend to first.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Like
Let's
these enemies
break
right
some
here,
heads.
these big guys, look like you have to do a ton of damage and different spells just to stack them, increase the damage, stagger them a bit. As you can see on the screen, it says vulnerable. It's just not going to be a walk in the park. Well, as you play the game, you know, when you're low level at first, but of course, when you're increasing your stats and your character, pretty much be a bit easier to play. Oh, that's nice. Look at the water effects.
Looks like this
Very
is the
translucent.
place.
Well, here we go.
Damn, this stuff is heavy.
The reassuring heft of Odvaha.
Avalet? It's like the A is silent.
There is much to find in Althea.
Oh,
So
Althea.
exploring new locations before completing a quest is always worthwhile. A variety of rewards are waiting to be discovered or unlocked, including
Look how she
experience points,
transcends.
stat increases, bits of Althean lore, and new gear.
This thing
Transcends
just
to the
screams
open
prog.
world.
Why not try it on?
You can choose your own different people. Okay, very nice.
While Frey
I'm gonna
is
make her look
mysteriously
pretty.
immune to the corrupting influence of the break, nothing else in Althea can escape its
She's gonna be a
grasp.
boss chick when I play with her.
Humans are turned into savage zombies, and worse, while animals are mutated into dangerous beasts.
Woo! I'm loving this so far.
Pilgrims' refuges are hideaways located in every part of Althea, and it's always a good idea to seek them out.
See, this is a
Here,
good.
Frey can craft healing drafts, upgrade gear, and get some much-needed rest.
So you can save, upgrade gear. See, this is a amazing and great reason why a lot of games should be pushed back. The work ethic that they put themselves into to just make a good game.
Frey travels onward into the depths of corruption.
And that's what the
and
developers that are mainly
The
making
effects
this
of the
game
break
to
are
what it
even
is to
more
be
unmistakable
for
here.
next year.
And while
They're putting a
Frey
lot of hard
may
work
be
into this, and
resistant to those
I can
effects,
see the results.
She will undoubtedly be pushed to her limits.
This place is insane.
Frey will encounter numerous points of interest in her travels. Many of these landmarks and locations have been corrupted or overrun with corrupted enemies, but they're always worth seeking out.
Well, this doesn't look good.
Yes, something seems to have drawn the break here. But I expect you can clear it away with your panels. Give it a try.
Break the ice.
That's enough exploring for now.
Ah,
It's
so if
about
you look
time
for
for
those
Frey to head
monuments,
back to Sepal
you then
and
increase your
deliver
health
the
by
smithing
5
tools
points.
to Johidi.
All done?
What we got here? Oh, nice necklace.
What the hell is this?
What did you expect? A full suit of armor? You'd have needed a damn sight more ore for that.
No, It's cool, I just...
Like you to lump it. That's the last bit of smithing I'll be doing for a while.
Frey's journey will take her to the ends of this beautiful, cruel land. And in her search
It's
for a
beautiful.
way home, she discovers something worth fighting for.
this, excuse me, Find Your Fight, January 24th, 2023.
Is that a cat?
Kitty. Pre-order digitally on PS5 to receive no hope. Alright, so some good stuff. Alright, man. Let's get right into it. There have not been a lot of women of color being represented in video games as of late throughout the years. I know if you talk about Assassin's Creed, I think it was Liberation, they had a woman of color. And then there were a couple of other games, but I love seeing representation no matter where it is, especially now in today's society. And seeing a woman of color that looks exactly like me is amazing in itself. And a lot of people have to understand that there's this term that's being used also loosely, or this concept of just guys being incels, that they don't want women to be in video games, or they don't like strong leading women characters in these video games. That's not the case, because if you think about Lara Croft, or if you played Senua's Sacrifice, and if you played many other games that had women leads or really main characters as that are women, no one really had issues. It's just based on the fact that these characters are being displayed out in the public and they really don't have much character. And I know that a lot of people like to say that there's an agenda to be fit in most video games, but there can be some woke elements here and there and not, because like I've said in previous videos, when it comes to woke elements and stuff like that, people do get bothered by it. But with this particular game and anything else, despite if you want to call majority of men who play video games incels or not, these are just individuals that want characters to just flesh out and be relatable, be original, be drawn out, fleshed out, and at least something. Not just the character that they can't relate to, or they just don't have any backstory or whatever. Just they're just there. Just lack of story, lack of detailing, lack of everything. They're just dull. Nothing about them is memorable. Nothing. And with this character, Freya, I think that there's something there. And as far as this game, the looks as the combat and everything else, all of that looks nice. But I'm seeing in the comment section also, and a lot of people just don't want the story of this game just to be dull. Like, the graphics are nice. The combat, is very cool. The way that she's using her magic and spells and everything, the visual effects are fine and dandy, but we don't want a dull-ass story when we're playing this game. And all of that, the cool stuff, can basically be foreshadowing over the story in itself. Because I don't want to play a game and I'm not into the story. Because I'm a person, maybe a lot of you won't agree with me, I feel mostly about certain games like this, but I'll mention one game, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. I played that game, and nothing about the story I really pretty much cared about. And I can say that for other games, and I'm really a guy that don't really comment on a lot of games that I've played previously in the past, but I remember playing that game, and I was not excited for it the whole entire time that I played it. I finished it, but it was like a game that wasn't memorable, and I could not go back. I mean, sure, it was all pirate themes and stuff like that, but I really did not give a damn about that game after I finished it. I was like, to me, this probably had to be one of the worst Assassin's Creed games that I've played ever in my life. And even if Assassin's Creed pretty much went down the hill after certain games that came out a little bit later on, but that's what drew it to me, because the story in itself didn't keep me focused. I wasn't having a good time playing it, and you would pretty much say, well, why were you still playing it? Well, I spent my money on it, so I might as well just finish it. But with this game, I do love the combat. I love the graphics. I love the visual effects. I love that she pretty much project a surfing board that was made out of her spells, like water and stuff. And she can glide and just traverse through herself throughout the open world of this game in Forspoken. I believe this character, Frey, I we'll be able to enjoy her, this depending on, despite where the story is going to take me as far as a level of being interested, instilled in it, and keeping me focused on not just the cool effects and kicking the enemy's butts, and focus on the strategy on how to progress further within the game. So you can customize your character, which I like, and I don't know if you guys heard me say earlier, but I'm going to make this girl look like a boss bad chick. She's going to look fine. I mean, and all of that stuff. I'm not trying to be creepy or anything, but she's going to look cool in my own version that I want her to be. So it's pretty cool that you can customize her gear and everything, and of course it's going to be stats based, and you can upgrade your skills and stuff like that. So it's pretty much it's really like any other RPG open world game that's out here today. So it's not really much different than other games. You can go to landmarks and you can search destinations of where you want to go to, monuments you can look up, and you can increase your health or increase other stats and stuff like that. But overall, I believe this game now, at least for me officially, is going to be good. Beforehand, I was a bit interested, but I was like, there's going to be something that probably is going to lack. But overall now, as far as the concept of the game, I'm liking it so far. Maybe the story will keep me interested as I'm playing. Who knows until then, until next year. But that's all I got to say right about now. But this looks pretty darn good for the 10 minutes that I've spent here, sitting here watching this. But with that being said, guys, I want to thank you for watching me react to this Forspoken gameplay. On the way out, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hit the notification bell for more content in the future. As well, if you want to follow my social medias, the links will be in the description box below. Hit the comment section also and tell me what you like about this game. What are you looking forward to in the world of Forspoken when it comes out next year? Are you basically having some doubts about this game? Are you afraid that it's not going to be good as it has been shown throughout the trailers and stuff, and as far as the gameplay videos and stuff like that? Let me know in the comments section, and you know the deal. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.